So I just finished watching the Bengals and Ravens game. Ultimate score was 35 Ravens, 34 Bengals. And a few quick thoughts. Number one, if I'm Joe Burrow, if I'm Jamar Chase, I'm getting out of Cincinnati at the end of the season. I'm so sorry. I literally saw the stats and it was literally just showing like they always kind of start a season like this 5-4, 4-5, like the past 4 to 5 years. Every single year this happens. Zach Taylor is a menace that needs to be fired. His coaching is so bad. It's what, 3rd and 2, and then it's 4th and 2, and you're taking 2 deep shots down the field. I'm the offensive coordinator getting on you too, and the defense because they sold out. They literally took they had like a 14-point lead. They had a 14-point lead and they blew it. The defense sold out yet again. Cam Taylor-Britt is fucking useless. Every single week I watch the games, I see this. How many touchdowns has he given up this season? If anybody has a compilation of the touchdowns that he's given up this season, of the big plays that he's given up this season, I would love to see it. Every week he's going to sell it. He's fucking shit. I can't stand Cam Taylor-Britt, bro. Every single game, I know he's going to sell out. Every single game. I already knew Bengals defense was not going to be good. I already knew that. And Ravens, y'all defense sucked too. Yeah. So I think the first half they really had it. They really had it. Second half, I think that they had some bad play calling and stuff like that. Some bad throws were made. And then there was the forced fumble Marvin Humphrey did. So there was that as well. And also there was a fair amount of missed calls that would have went in their favor. The fact that there was a roughing the passer that was not called. And then there was a face mask, I think, that wasn't called. And then toward the end, whenever there was a 2-point try, there was like 2 penalties that were not called as well. So I think that that's questionable as well. But there's still times where the Bengals could have been playing better and they weren't. So I think all those things go hand in hand. It's just so funny because as a Chiefs fan, you see people say every single week that the refs love the Chiefs and blah, blah, blah. But y'all seeing that every single week the refs really suck in terms of giving the right play calls to every single team. How many times are we going to see this? Whenever there was the Vikings game versus the Rams and there was the missed face mask penalty. So there was that. Like every single week they're going to miss stuff. And y'all would just say it's about the Chiefs, but very frustrating game. I get why he went for 2. I really do, because you want to have the lead in that moment and everything. So I get it. And like I said, I had those penalties have been called. I think that that's a big thing as well. So I think that there was like some missed moments there. And yeah, Marlon Humphrey, I can't stand him. He talked trash on Angel Reese. I can't stand it. Like seeing him on the field and everything. And the dirty plays that he had that one on Yossi Bosch that was called as well. Like he just looked like a dirty player to me. He looked like a dirty player to me. So I can say that, shout out to Lamar Jackson, had a great performance as always. They were really able to limit Derrick Henry for the most part, but he still was able to get his touchdown per game as he should. But yeah, the Ravens, I still don't see you guys winning it all this year. The defense is too sus. It really is. The second half, they finally got up and finally did something. But yeah, first half, they were asleep at the wheel. Bengals defense actually looked decent in the beginning, and then they fell asleep at the wheel. I hope after this game, Zach Taylor finally gets fired. Offensive play calling has to be called in question. I hope next year they draft better defensive players. But yeah, I'm sorry. If I'm Joe Burrow, if I'm Jamar Chase, I am getting out of Cincinnati. I'm sorry. I'm not about to waste my entire career at somewhere where they really don't care about winning. Joe Burrow has had an MVP season. He should be talked more about in the MVP conversation, but he's not going to be because they keep losing. It's not his fault, bro. Every single week I see this man ball out. So frustrating. Like, it's just, I already said that the Ravens were going to win. So in a way, it doesn't surprise me. But just the way that everything went, the turnaround of events, yeah. But Lamar Jackson still MVP of this league. That hasn't changed. Joe Burrow, great player. Jamar Chase had an insane game as well. So hard watch. What else can I say? Let me know what you guys thought of this game, but I thought it was a great Thursday night football matchup. And yeah, the first one was a classic, but this has to be one of my favorites just to watch this year still.